Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? A gracious good morning to you, good people. It's your girl KB. You know what I do, and you know why I do it. It is Sunday morning. It's not quite 10 a.m. It's 9:57. It's March 9th, and here we are in daylight savings time. I'm all thrown off early on. Anywho, title of this recording is "What's Going On," and I have a lot to talk about, but I'm going to do it in small increments. How about that? As I shared a while back, my mother left a living trust when she left us, which included a house. It took some doing to get my brother out of the house because my sister and I have no desire to be homeowners. My sister was once a homeowner. I feel like I'm too late in the game to own a house, and my brother was living there. And in order to sell the house, we had to get him out. And I say that way because he refused to leave, even though he knew he was going to get a share of the money from the sale. And we also gave him a year to get himself together, you know. And he still waited till the last minute thinking nothing was going to happen. So we had to take legal action. So we went down to look at the house to prepare it for the realtor. Now, I shared I have a new vehicle, so this is the first major road trip for this vehicle. And I was driving like the old lady that I am. And I'm not used to having a car with such excellent brakes. So my sister's claiming I gave her whiplash. So we laughed about that for the better part of yesterday. But we got everything taken care of. We dropped the keys off. So home sale is in the process. So that's one part of my life. The other part of my life for the past 2 weeks, I have been upsetting people left and right. It was unintentional. But, I have to say, a hard and hearty, I don't care. Notice the look on my face. I do not care. And I say that because people were extremely upset that I dare delineate from my Christian message to talk about how the whiplash, here's that word again, back and forth decision-making process of greed from this current administration is impacting me. And not only me, other folks. It's impacting me because I lead with my blackness. Now, I've shared my genetic makeup. And for those of you who don't know, African, primarily Nigerian and Cameroonian, indigenous, and Welsh Irish. That is my genetic makeup. And I represent all of those proudly. I also shared that my family is multi-ethnic. There's European descent beyond, the genetic makeup that I hold. I have cousins with blonde hair, first cousins, blonde hair and blue eyes. They're biracial. I have first cousins who have Puerto Rican heritage. I have a niece that has Guatemalan heritage. I have a nephew, Filipino heritage. Now, there's a lot of my family makeup. And I stand with each and every individual. My ex-brother-in-law was European, Romanian. I have friends who are Muslim, very close friends. You know, I have friends who are Irish Catholic. And as I name all these groups, all these people at some point in time have been marginalized and, dare I say, victimized by the United States in some way, shape, or form. Every last person that I named. That being said, yes, I'm going to stand up for rights. Yes, I'm going to be angry. Yes, I'm going to represent. And as I said, liberation theology is theology. Who the Lord sets free is free indeed. What's wrong is wrong. And I had one person that just flat out said, "You're trying to divide us, or you're preaching division." You did not hear me say I hate anybody. You heard me say I hate what's happening. You heard me say I hate the decisions that are being made. You heard me say that evil is being practiced. And you know it. So you went for the low-hanging fruit because you didn't want to hear about you and you didn't want to make changes. So let's talk about privilege. And I'm going to use a celebrity as a prime example of privilege. Now, again, I know this is going to upset some folks. And again, you're going to hear me say, I don't care. And I'm going to use the person of Ellen DeGeneres as privilege. You saw the writing on the wall. You saw what was happening. You left the country. You had the opportunity, the ways and the means to leave the country. Now, all those people who held you up, have not looked at that action. The same way you had the ways and means to leave the country, you have the ways and means to help. You have the ways and means to fight. But you opted to retreat for your comfort. That part. And see, that's what privilege is. Seeing a problem and doing nothing about it. And there's a faction of folks that I know that when I try to educate, they fall back on, I don't know anything about that. We need a leader. We need this, we need that. Is it not impacting you, or do you not care? At what point do you say, okay, let me educate myself? You may not know anything about it because that's your excuse right now. Let me educate myself. Or let me become an activist and I'll learn as I go. Or I'll have that leadership that I say I need as I go. Stop lying to yourself. Stop living in denial. Stop being a spectator for criminal acts, because that makes you an accomplice. Bottom line. So that's what's going on with me right now. And I'm going to get into some other stuff in a few ticks. I'll get back to you.